What does betting on yourself mean to you?
Yeah, it you're absolutely right. You brought up some really strong thoughts and memories. Like one of the first things is I hear all the time, like to your point about how quickly the industry is shifting every day, and it can't be understated how quickly these things are changing. And that's something that we are trying to keep in mind because so many people I've spoken to, whether they would be potential partners, potential investors, VCs, advisors, they've all said, "Why don't you call it Spartera AI, or why is it not AI foremost?" And what I've said to them is absolutely AI is point and parcel to what we're doing, but we also understand that the market changes so quickly, and we believe that having very accurate, intelligent, and cost-effective information, whether it's AI driven or else, is very important. So yes, it is part of the business, but we want to be here for the long haul. We want to be able to, if the AI boom cools off at some point and, it's not nearly as in vogue, my wife would kill me for saying that term, but nearly as sexy to be calling everything AI, we
Yeah.
still want to say Spartera has some of the best information. So that's really our goal. And sorry, to answer your real question about betting on yourself, it literally was all about, again, like, what do I have to offer? What do I think I can do? Because this business is basically the digital incarnation of my experience. All of the yeah, all of the engineering, all of the marketing, all of the I guess go to market, and and that's when you are a startup, and we have a small scrappy team. It's really about the people that make it. So
That's awesome. I also want to commend you because you are also kind of like a Pied Piper of
Mhm.
sorts. And I love that you've also kept in touch with so many of your former colleagues because everybody's, you know, rooting for you, not against you, which is a nice place to be in.
Thank
Uh,
you. Yeah, I love them. Great team. Like I said, wonderful people, and I'd love to bring them all back if I could.
Part of It's Good to Catch Up is really me being able to introduce some of the most amazing people I've met either through work or play.
Mhm.
And one of the things is that I love sharing kind of that career advice or that aha moment advice. But let's take it back to take my advice, I'm not using it. If you could give advice to some folks in the younger part of their career that you wish you would have taken, what would it be?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is have a much deeper appreciation and respect for the sales process, because I was kind of apprehensive when I was younger. And now I have such a newfound passion, respect, whatever you want to call it, for that. Again, my background being more on the technical side, but in general, I think one of the things that I would say to people is to get out more. And you probably hear this a lot, but getting out more is the only real way to learn, to grow, to meet, to understand. Whether it's just going to the gym and seeing people there and chatting with them, taking your headphones off for a second, or picking your phone up first, your head up for a second from your phone, but or getting involved in things. One thing that I've been really passionate about just outside of work is giving back. So I've been doing a lot of like coding schools and dojos, and trying to start, this is something to download, trying to start something for females in this area here to learn how to engineering and coding. So that's another thing that's really passionate about. But again, getting out and learning is something I would definitely share with everybody to try to do more of that.
I would second being part of your community, being an active part of your community. This actually goes back to my Italian side. I have a cousin, a great cousin, Jeanette,
Mm,
who's devastated. She's in her late 70s, and you talk about putting your headphones down. The loneliness epidemic hurts her as well
sure.
because our community, she feels ostracized when she goes to the grocery store. You and I both seem to have the same characteristic where we can make a friend in an empty park. We talk on the elevator. I think that's also some advice I give to people. I'm like,